It's your boy DJ Gemini in the booth, Kiss TV. Got the, I'm not going to say OGs, I'm going to say legends. DMV legends, East Coast legends, urban radio legends, American music legends, whatever you want to call them. Nonchalant in the building. How are you?
What's up, baby?
Black Indian in the building. Southeast, Northeast.
Okay.
You lived in the whole, everywhere. Maryland too.
Maryland too.
Okay, so I can't call him. Well, I know him from Southeast, from the South Side, but it's just good to have y'all in the building. I think it's necessary that the entire DMV knows your story and who y'all are. So, it may be a lot of folks that don't know who y'all are. How would we know you if I know who you are, but if I didn't know who you are, how would we know you, Nonchalant?
Well, before T-Pain, if you Google 5 o'clock, I should come up. You would know me for the record 5 o'clock in the morning that was released in 96. I'll say The Blessing. That was released in 96 because today in 2014 I still receive so much love for that record and so many accolades, and people still saying today that record touched me in some way. So that's how you would know me.
Now T-Pain, hold on. I never really even thought about that. Now T-Pain put out the record. That record was called 5 o'clock.
It was, when you Google 5 o'clock, T-Pain's 5 o'clock will come up.
We gotta fix that some kind
well,
of way.
I'll come up. Look, the great thing is I'll still come up first, but for a good while, especially when the record was out, if you Googled it that his record would come up definitely. But now I think the stars have aligned again, and Nonchalant will come up. When you Google 5 o'clock in the morning.
Is that the first record you recorded? Like, were you just playing around in the studio? You got pissed off? Dudes on the corner?
Right, okay. No,
what exactly happened?
That record was actually called Brother Man before it was called 5 o'clock.
Wow.
And then I changed it to 5 o'clock because I was actually up at 5 o'clock in the morning going to the post office. Shout out to the PO. Driving to work, and at 5 a.m. I would see these guys out here, rain, sleet, shine, snow, like they were the mailman, posted up at the time at a payphone. Google what a payphone is, but yeah, at a payphone, and they was out there, and you knew what it was, you knew exactly what was happening, and that's why I changed the record to 5 o'clock in the morning. But it wasn't the first record that I recorded. I recorded lots of records beforehand, and it actually came. I started recording records just because I like to do it. I just was having fun. I started rapping because I was having fun. I actually started out as a singer. As a singer. And I'm not Patti LaBelle by no means, or any of the greats, but that's what I started out doing. And a friend of mine asked me to put a rap on a record, and I did it. And they were like, "Why aren't you doing this anyway?" And I was like, it's not a problem. I can do it. It's what I love to do. So we started incorporating the two, and that's how the whole rap singing thing, because I did the vocals on 5 o'clock as well. So that's how that came about.
Get yourself together, that's you singing on that.
That's all me.
Oh man, you learn something new every day. I never knew that. So I was having a conversation with you the other day, and I said, Black Indian, you the first dude I knew from the DMV sign. And Black Indian actually told me he was the third artist signed to a major label. Rap artist, because I know some of our go-go counterparts were signed as well. So you said you were the third. Who was signed with you? Now you said it was Nonchalant.
That's my label mate.
Okay,
both
same label.
MCA.
Right.
MCA Universal.
Yes.
Together, but she was definitely leading. But it was her, which I always say that's the queen we got to give it. It was not the king. It wasn't the king. It was the queen. I always give her props. She was the queen. She was the first to put it really in your face, to do a video over Minnesota. Like, that was directly, and it was the only, at that time, when the box was hot, it was Luke. The box was in Miami. And we knew it, because they would do Your Mama on Crack Rock. And then around that same time, here comes a neighborhood, and I was living in, I was staying in Simple City going to Fletcher Johnson Junior High. And to see Minnesota Avenue right there, you like, oh man,
Amazing.
it's like this is a part of our culture. Like we can make it, and people, and it wasn't like, I'm gonna use a DC word. She wasn't a Bama. It was like she was in a Range Rover, and she was, dealing with the issue that we all dealing with at that time. So and then it was Section 8 mob, which I saw in front of your dad's shop.
Right.
Like when I saw that tour bus, that blew my mind a bit because we were really getting. I was already signed to BMG RCA, so but we were a Europe scene, so we were kind of like the roots. They wasn't looking to promote us like that. I mean, we would sell out stages, but to see like a whole bus, a mascot, that was like big for me because it was like these are city dudes. These are dudes from my neighborhood that are making it. And so, when I came out, they were the staples right there. You got your others that came out, called Scorpio in his fame, Stinky Dink in his fame, which Stinky and Scorpio lyrically are one of the greatest.
Right.
Like Stinky Dink 16s be
Crazy.
poetry.
Crazy.
But it was those and your Tony Blunts. But to like see and then get up to the label and be like, your label mate is Dashalot, but your budget can't get her.
Now, how did you, man? Now, this
You mess with the budget.
is before the internet. This is before, well, it probably was internet somewhere, but before we could afford to get an internet in each house. How did you? Now you were hot. Now you were definitely hot now, but I remember people were like buying your album. Like, now how did you get hot though? Like, cause it wasn't, you didn't necessarily have the same radio play, as a Nonchalant or some of the other artists. How did you just get hot? Why were people buying your tape? I'm not even gonna say your CD. Why were people? Why do you think people were just buying your tape back then if they didn't necessarily know so much about you back in those days?
We toured, and then I had Peace Stew, Original Wild Boy, Steph Lover, Guru from RNF, the original RNF, Tracy Lee.
Yep.
Those Tony Blackman, Freestyle Union. A lot of those people I came up under because I was just a little kid that could freestyle. So a lot of times Guru, Tracy Lee, they would sneak me in the clubs like, no, I ain't had no ID. And I would get in there and battle. They would put me up against cats from New Jersey, New York. And so I had already built a buzz up at Howard. And then I was a part of Zulu Nation, real young, like 14, 15. Wow. So I was just there freestyling. Then they had conferences, which they call the Yard now, doing homecoming, but before it was the hip hop conferences, and RNF had their hand real deep in it, and I was a part of the Puffy thing, and it was artists like Pi and Tracy, and they would like embrace me as this little kid from DC, and I had just kept that record. Then I was a part of Freestyle Union, which got me to deal with BMG RCA when I was 15, and they took me to Europe. So I had traveled. Like a lot of artists didn't get to travel. Like, so I had an opportunity to travel to Atlanta, Europe, Texas. I was just going around just doing my thing. I got to New Orleans, and I did the Bayou Classics. And New Orleans embraced me like crazy, like they would bring me back. I know you probably remember Adoria that used to do platinum with Abdul, and she used to get me into a lot of the Bayou Classic things, and she always would bring me back. So the buzz was like, I'm here, and then where I shot the video. Because she had Minnesota and Benny, and I did mine at the Shrimp Boat. Okay. Which at that time that was Harlem. So we had 8th Street, Benning Road, 21st and Benning, which was across the street all days. Then I did the Shrimp Boat. We had no director. I mean, literally, our director was a grown man. We couldn't even watch the thing be edited. That's crazy. He was like a 37-year-old man, and he couldn't have company. Like, this is not a lie. I couldn't lie.
That's crazy. So there's no trailers out there. There's no cameras. There's no.
It wasn't
No,
a
it's
pour.
no food service.
It wasn't what he do on a daily basis.
No
What
action.
Pharaoh do on a daily
Right,
basis.
right,
It was like,
right. No quiet on the set.
no,
None
it
of
was
that.
like,
So it's hectic.
yeah, just pull a film out.
I know
and we
you had
just-
the whole hood out
Yeah,
there.
and then we
Anyway.
had the little things. I mean, Mike at the time, you know, shout out to Mike, you know, the relationship was strained, but at the time he was the man. Everybody remember Top Page, the whack commercials used to come on, and he had, you know, Hummers and Ferraris and stuff like that. So that was rare, but you know, it was a piggyback off of whatever No Limit was doing. So at the time you had those things and play, and people was like, oh, I know. And you know,
That's
I
what
went
we
to
had.
Spingarn because I was born and raised here. So I went to elementary school here. You know, I went to junior high and high school. I graduated from this city, so people knew me. It wasn't like they could say, oh, that's my man. And then I never was that type of dude who thought I was better than nobody. And you know, I wasn't raised that way. So if I saw people, like I bow down. I get up when the queen walking
There you
on.
go.
That baby.
There you go.
I'm like when I first really got to meet Queen, she came to Planet Taco City and she was like, hear me. She walked in on me flowing, and she was like, you know, just basically like stamped, and I was like, I'm good.
There you go. There you go.
It
You
was
know.
crazy. That was crazy. I remember that day. It was crazy.
Now still,
Crazy.
I mean, of course I play your records, and like I'm sure you turn on the what is this VH1 Soul when they play, like they have this dope theme, and shout out VH1. I don't even know if I can do that, but they have these dope themes, and like, you know, every now and then they'll play a record. Like, how does that feel? Still 2014, and what year was this?
96. This record was made in, and it was
1996.
actually released in 96. I mean, there's no words for it. Like, people give you the negative sense of one hit wonder, but like I tell people when I'm speaking to students, when I'm doing shows or whenever I'm in front of people speaking in whatever capacity it is, I pray that you get one. To have a record that resonates today, so many years later. I mean,
Timeless.
Yeah, exactly.
Timeless.
And that's exactly what it is. I mean, I was just mentioning Hip Hop Hall of Fame for Vibe. You can't put put anything on that except that's just a blessing to have that. So if you get that one, you know, everybody wants several, but if you get one that will take you 20 years where somebody wants to sit down and talk to you about something that came from your creative spirit, then I mean, what are you going to do with that? Just say thank you to the one, you know. So it's incredible when I hear the record, or when somebody text messaged me or shout me out on Twitter like they playing Nonchalant 5 o'clock in the morning right now. That's my joint, and they just go into whatever that record means to them today. What are you going to do with that?
Right.
You just say thank you. You know, it's a blessing. So if you get one, I pray that you get many. But if you get one, I love that thing saying you had that one. Yes, I do have that one.
There you go.
Yeah.
India, man, you talked last week about a lot of the DMV artists. Now, how do you feel with the state of, I'm not going to call it DMV hip hop, but, music in the area? How do you feel about the state of that right now? Are we there? We still fighting? Completely different place than where you were at. But how do you feel right now?
I'm gonna say I'm pleased in a way. I wish that we didn't blueprint it because it's like 2014, and I think the same energy they give whatever we call trap rap, which is a new single that Gemini told me that I need to push.
No, it is.
Little smile right there.
Shameless plug. What's wrong with that?
But I don't. It's so many talented kids that's here. I mean, you got your Fat Trills. I'm proud of him. I'm from Northeast. He from Northeast. I know where he from 13th.
Mm-hmm. Right down the street from where I grew up. Not too far.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and I'm proud. I'm proud to see that, and I'm proud that was rap because at one time, you know, you rapping it didn't make sense. I'm proud of the Shot Glizzy. I see his image as the kids that, you know, I talk to and I work with and advocate for. So he has that image and those kids relate. I believe that we shouldn't have a blueprint of the artist here. Like, it should be a whole collective. Like, you got artists like the Cornell Wester. You got artists that don't want to rap about, you know, those things. You got the 20 Billow that, Crump King that's really from the hood. You know, he's really from he you know, he been shot up, but he want to put out something that's going to reflect something positive. Like those artists, it was so many. You had her, you had Section 8 Mob,
You had a balance.
Yeah,
You had a balance.
exactly.
You had a balance.
But now it's like every artist that comes out is like following this one blueprint, and it's like your style with DJing. Like, you know, your style with DJing, same thing like we knew with the other DJs, the CeeLos and the Irons and all them had their different style. You knew when Iron threw on some dance hall, the whole club was going to go crazy. And like when you throw on some like Woo back in the day, like the whole club would go crazy. Everybody had their style, and I think that's what's missing right there. But I'm proud of them. They actually making a way. Like, I see stuff like Slutty Boys and this. And even when I saw Wale, you know, come at it, you know, I really didn't know where he was from. He didn't have, but he was rapping, and I was like, I'm proud. For me, it's like, that's a lot. Because people would tell me, you ain't gonna never make no money in hip-hop. You never gonna make money. Like, people would tell me that, like, you're not gonna make money in rap. Nobody cares. Why don't you do it with a go-go band?
Right.
So, that was it.
It's craziness.
So, Nonchalant, what's your thoughts on the state of hip hop in the area right now?
I mean, like Indian was saying, you know, I think it's definitely better. You know, we're not looked upon as being crazy trying to do this anymore. We definitely have that support system, you know, and I do see it on every level where people are, you know, doing double entendres and being creative with it, and then you have your blatant in your face, let's just do what we're going to do rap. So it's everywhere, but I look at it from a different point of view, because in one instance we haven't moved at all, period. And this is not just in the DMV, we're talking about nationwide, worldwide, when it comes to female MCs. We're not, like, if you listen to Indian, and this is not anything against him, it's just what it is. Everybody that he mentioned were guys that, you know, these guys are doing their thing, this person is doing their thing. But me personally, of course, you know, I listen to it and I'm looking, you know, in two different directions. I'm looking for women. So when I do shows and I shout out, are there any female MCs in the building? And when there is one, I'm so excited. I try to get her on stage. Okay, look, you just, you know, I just need to hear it. But there are so many in the DMV that are incredible, and on every level, in every type of music, talking about every different thing, incredible. But we are not checking for that. We're not, you know, listening for it. We're not, you know, in open mics, you know, waiting for. There are a few that you expect to see. You know, you expect to see your Raws. You expect to see, you know, your Pinkies. You expect to see, you know, certain people, you know, your J Mills. But you're not really expecting to see a Ashley Dior Brown, who's an incredibly dope artist. Something that really hurt me, and I got into my feelings, and I had to calm down for a minute in my own home. Somebody shot me a text message, was like, you know, Nan, I just saw Lola Monroe say, you know, she's the first female rapper from DC to make it.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And when, I mean, you know, my pride, I was like, what, you know, I did that for a second, but then I was just like really hurt for a whole nother reason, because she doesn't even know. You know, she has no idea. Again, her platform is so much larger. You know, so I had to kind of pay attention to myself and say, exactly what am I doing to make sure that Lola Monroe knows that she's not by herself. Not Lola, look, you need to bow down. No, Lola, you know what? I did it before, and I'm so happy to know that you're doing what you're doing. I'm one of your biggest fans, and you don't even know me. So, from the point of view of females in the DMV, you know, we're not moving. You know, we're out there, definitely. When you hear a Ross spit, then you like, oh my God, yeah, she's dope. Yeah, you know, it's no ifs, ands, or buts. But if you don't even know to, you know, look for, that's the state that we're in, you know, locally, regionally, nationwide, and worldwide. So that's been something that I've been looking at myself and making sure that from this point on, and that started a while ago, that I'm more instrumental in playing a key part in letting people know what's happening in the DMV with women as MCs. Definitely as a whole, the whole genre, every dude spitting, if you hot, I want everybody to know you because you are me. But it's a whole nother level when it comes to women. So, you know, that's a platform. I just recently did the Kennedy Center. And to see that with myself and Light and Beverly Bond DJing and so many female MCs, your Jean Grey's coming from Philly, and you know, so many people, so many female MCs rocking that stage. Female MCs that you've never heard of from overseas just killing the Kennedy Center all by ourselves, and people on their feet continuously, hands up, screaming to the top of their lungs, excited about what was happening at the Kennedy Center. You know, it's just like, this is wanted. They just don't know that they want it. They don't even know to want it because they don't know it's there. So, you know, again, that's something that I'm constantly making sure that I'm focused on, letting people know, you know, what we're doing as MCs. Female MCs. I had a conversation, and I'm getting a little bit long-winded, but I had a conversation with Bahamadia just the other day. Shout out B, I love her so much. She sometimes, you know, I get chills having conversations with her. But, you know, we said it, you know, B is legendary. You know, incredible lyricist. I hear some stuff and I just jump on records of her. She don't even know. I just send it to B. I got on your record. I hope you like it. She's like, you crazy. But, you know, you have women like that. That I'm sure a Jean Grey will know, you know, because she knows in Philly, she knows enough to know. And that's because Bahamadia is there and present. And that's something that I need to work on as, you know, as the first and as someone that they should know about, knowing that their platform is huge. So that's, you know, that's something that I'm working on. So, you know, hip hop in the DMV is incredible strides. Incredible. I'm so excited about it, but we have a long way to go. A long way to go.
I agree. Well said. So, besides rapping, you are working with kids now. What exactly are you doing now? Wrapping up. What are you doing with yourself now?
Well,
Black.
When I'm not in the booth, I work with kid at-risk youth through an organization called Center City Corporations. It's my mother-in-law's company, and some of the kids from Trinidad and from Lincoln Heights that I knew, I used to go over there with her to see them. And she said, you know, you need to come over here and work with the kids. They always ask about you or where you been. And so I started to go to court for them. So I go in and I advocate for them while they're pre-adjudicated, waiting for a trial or sentencing and probation. And I go in and I try to give them and the judge, like, the positive that they do, and the programs that we can link them with, core services, wraparound services, because a lot of them are in the neighborhood, and it's not a lot for them to do. Like, you know, they don't have access like we did. You know, we had ball teams, we had tournaments. Like, those things are disappearing. And even the Boys and Girls Club with their memberships now was made for neighborhoods. These kids can't even go to certain neighborhoods to play ball, or they can't go swim. So we try to give that inside the neighborhood, of course, with GED, link them with services for independent living. There's a lot of kids neglected in the neglect system. A lot of prostitution is up. You got a lot of juveniles, a lot of children into that, human trafficking. And so we try to give everything that we can so they won't end up in the judicial system. Because most of the time they just graduate. It's like they pick up charges and they graduate. So we try to cut it off one place, advocate for them, get them to service. Hopefully they get on probation, and then they can be successful. But they're coming in as, like, they're just coming in faster and faster. Then you got the ones that continuously do it over and over again. So that's what we're working on a daily basis.
That's what's up. Now, I'm reading this shirt that you have over there. It says DJ Nonchalant.
Yeah.
So what exactly, what do you have going on the Spin Like a Girl? Is this like a movement?
Yes.
I know a little bit about it. A little teeny weeny bit about it because I have my ear to the streets.
Let me say.
We have a lot of mutual friends. But what exactly is the Spin Like a Girl movement about?
Well, it's the extension of my other creative dream. I got my, shout out to DJ Tracy Young. I got my turntables in '97. DJ Tracy Young, when we were at the station together. It's like, because I was bothering Tigger, I was bothering CeeLo, I was bothering her. I want to learn how to mix. I was bothering Tracy. She's like, look, we're gonna go get you some turntables tomorrow. And I was like, okay. So get off the air. I'm like, all right. She's like, no, we're going to Washington Music Center. Chuck Levins, shout out to Chuck Levins. We're going to get some turntables. We got the turntables in '97. I think I played with them for about maybe 2 weeks. And then I put them in the case and in the box, and they went. And
happens.
And they sat there. And they sat there until 2013. I think I might have put them out in 2009 because I was moving. But anyway, 2013, I said, you know what? I'm going to really try to, DJ. I'm going to, take this seriously because I respect the art of DJing. A lot of people are saying they rappers, they MCs, and a lot of people saying they DJs. So I whenever I play, I let people know that I respect the art of DJing because that's what it is. It's another way to make people go here, stay here, calm down, whatever you want them to do, you can do that. And that's one reason why it's so exciting. So Spin Like a Girl, because I continue to get so much support from women DJing, and it started with a woman, DJ Tracy Young, who took me. When I speak to Jazzy Joyce or Spinderella or people like that, iconic ladies in DJing, it's always that support system. It's always let me know what I can do. It's always do you need records. It's always that. But then after I started DJing and going different places and seeing female DJs in every aspect, at every level, beginning, young, old, it's just a whole world. It's just like, oh my God, this is like crazy, So I started Spin Like a Girl because like you hit like a girl, you spin like a girl. It's a place for women to come and see not only female DJs, but women in every creative aspect. Whether you need support, you just want to talk about it. I did this or I didn't do that. It's that movement, and it's also seeing my growth as a DJ and seeing me be excited about doing different things and learning and being a part. Like having Beverly Bond say, yes, definitely, I want Non to be a part of. Oh my God, that's just, so that's what's Been Like a Girl. It's in the baby stages. I'm building it. But I'm getting so much support from females as well as males because starting out, after shout out to Casper and AMC and so many of my other young gurus, shout out to Rue, just giving me love. So it's new. It's Been Like a Girl, but I'm genuinely enjoying the creative journey of becoming an incredible DJ like yourself, Gemini.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.
He's one of the great.
Yes, indeed.
All right, man. Well, wrapping up, if we need to find a black Indian, if I need to just look black Indian up, see what he's doing tomorrow, see what he did today, what he wore. Hey, do you do lay your clothes out like on Instagram, like with the shoes, like this? Should I rock this, DMV, or should I rock this? Do you do that? You don't do that like on Instagram? That's what these kids do.
No, it come naturally. It just come naturally, and people, It's the DC code, and you can't escape it.
Okay.
You can't escape it too. He got on a brown shirt and brown shoes.
You already know, man.
White shirt, white shoes.
Right.
Black and black on white. It's in our DNA to do that. But you can hit me at Black Indian DC at .com. You can hit me at Black Indian DC on Twitter, Black Indian DC on Facebook.
Everything is pretty much Black Indian
DC all together. And I got new mixtape coming called Kill the Mixtape. It's done by Tim Hawkins with the Cornell Western. And I'm working with Choppy Chop, it's another producer out of the District of Columbia. And I'm also working on a new book with Killerham. His name is Martin Killerham. He's a professor out of NYU. He was a professor and now he's a lawyer. And we came up with an idea that all these rappers that make it to Forbes, they really tell you how to spend money, but they never tell you how to get money or make it or keep it. So he's working on a book and I'm working on an album. We're going to throw like hints back and forth. Like you could go to the book if you're a hip hop head and you want to know about your nest egg or your investments and how can you make money. Because a couple of his secrets kept me from being like the starving artist, like put my sign up like I rap for free. I rap for some food.
Dope. I need that myself. I have a spending problem. That's for sure. So we definitely need more of that.
Half of the problem is admitting that you have a problem.
Yeah. My name is DJ Gemini and I have a spending problem. But Nonchalant, where can we find you at?
It's crazy because I try to remember these. I have so Instagram is the Supernon. Twitter is Supernon. Facebook is nonchalant. Most of the time, you can hit me on non202@yahoo if you want to shoot me an email. Please don't keep emailing me in the middle of the night because it comes to my phone. It's like crazy. But exactly, you know,
like
right? And it's constantly. But anyway, yeah. So but yeah. Of course, with the Spin Like a Girl, you can catch me spinning. Pretty much anywhere. I'm a little bit all over the place. 26, I'll be doing something for Cadillac. You can also catch me at Sports Zone, spinning a lot of times. You all have a concert coming up with Mos Def and Chris Michelle. Yes, I will be spinning there for a little bit. As a matter of fact, just got added to that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, just got added to that for a few minutes, so I'll be there doing that. Really happy about that. And I'm just a little bit everywhere. Shout out to Cal Rips. That's one of the people that I know here in the DMV that's about to win so much. All female MCs. There's so many of you all. Shout out to you all. Definitely winning. And hit me up. I love to come out and hang out with folks and see what's going on there. A lot of people don't know. They probably heard me and don't even know that they heard me. I do a lot of voice work for like Walmart and Sam's Club and places like that. So you probably heard me and didn't even know. I was telling you, thank you for shopping at some place or something like that. So, but yeah, the DJing thing, hit me up.
I appreciate you guys. You definitely are a big part, of history here, and I just felt that it was necessary that your stories were told, to the people that may not have known who you guys may be, and I've learned some new things myself, and I know both of y'all. So definitely, I appreciate you guys, coming to hang out today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
DJ Gemini.
Yes, it's the love.
Yep.
Cool. And just real quick, just do a drop or two. We'll just say, just introduce yourself and then say this is you're on Kiss TV.
Okay.
And we're on Kiss TV.
We just made
World
that
Kiss. That's dope though. I love it. Kiss TV. World Kiss TV.
Oh, we ain't just make that up?
No, I'll show
So I
it.
can't get a check.
Go ahead.
This is Black Indian, and you're on Kiss TV.
What's up? This your girl Nonchalant, DJ Nonchalant. You're on Kiss TV. Yes.
And now do it together. Just say it's Black Indians Nonchalant. We're on Kiss
Oh, we
TV.
didn't do Ashton Simpson. You Ashton Simpson. I'm Black Indian Nonchalant. We're going to do it at the same time.
I don't know if we can do.
I'm Black Indian.
I'm Nonchalant, and we're on Kiss TV. That was good.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Hold on.
Okay,
I gotta
so.
take a picture.